Hand-drawn animation, in my opinion, the superior form of animation. While most of my favorite animated movies are like computer animated, there's just something so simplistic and beautiful about hand-drawn animation. And that is why today we're going to be listing our top 5 hand-drawn animated movies. So, Grayson struggled with this list.
Most of my things on my list are literally just put in there because I could not think of anything.
Well, yeah. That does happen with some lists, but I'm surprised it's this one. But you don't like that many Disney films, which when they've made most of the great hand-drawn animated movies. I'm very surprised you don't really like Beauty and the Beast that much, or Lion King, or like Aladdin. But so my number 5 is wait, hold on. My number 5 is one of those Disney movies, and while I don't think the moral of a woman falling in love with her captor is that great in the modern days, the animation is stunning and the story is amazing despite that. So my number 5, dang it, I died. My number 5 is Beauty and the Beast. So Beauty and the Beast is just a movie with dazzling animation. Like, the animation is it feels too good for 1991. It's surprising that they made it in 1991. Because, the CGI still looks good today. It's an amazing looking movie. The songs are amazing. The characters are really cool. Belle is one of my favorite Disney princesses. Gaston, not one of my favorite Disney villains, but he's still a very entertaining and pretty interesting character. And LeFou is also a very interesting, or not interesting, but just funny sidekick to him. Beauty and the Beast is just an amazing movie. I wouldn't call it, I think it's the only I think it's the only movie on my list, though, that I wouldn't call a masterpiece, just because of the fact that it's about, I feel it promotes her, or it doesn't really promote it, but I feel like it's just weird to me that she falls in love with the person who's keeping her, but yeah, or who kidnapped her. But yeah, so Grayson, anything to say about Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast, kind of weird that she falls in love with a non-human.
He is human.
Very hairy.
She falls in love with him emotionally, and then when he becomes human again, they fall in love physically. So I think it's a beautiful love story and one of my favorites. But yeah, also, no, I have not seen The Prince of Egypt, and no, I have not seen Spirited Away. I'm working on it. I'm trying to, maybe we will watch that for the next movie night.
And no, I have not seen SpongeBob SquarePants.
The movie. But yeah, Spirited Away looks absolutely stunning, and same with same with Prince of Egypt. So I would greatly want to watch it. So my list might change after I see those two, because I've heard they're amazing. But Grayson, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is The Hunchback from Notre Dame, because I could not think of anything else.
Okay, are you gonna praise the movie, or are you just saying or are you just
The movie is okay. It's just filler. I would not put it on my list.
You could have just said, hey, I only have a top 4. You didn't need 5. You could have only done 4. But yeah, I'm surprised you don't like Hunchback of Notre Dame. If I may speak well about it.
Okay movie.
The animation is gorgeous. The characters are great. The humor is absolutely awful, which is really my only complaint with the movie, is the mixed tone. But overall, I love the movie. I think it's I like Beauty and the Beast a little more, but I'd say I like Hunchback maybe a little more than Lion King. I don't know. I feel like I like Lion King and Hunchback equally. And Beauty and the Beast beats both of them for the Disney Renaissance films. So Grayson, what is? Oh yeah, it's mine. Because you didn't have anything to say about Hunchback. My number 4. Crap. What was my number 4? Oh, yes. My number 4 is a movie I plan on making a video about soon. My number 4 is Batman Mask of the Phantasm. My favorite animated Batman film. I adore the movie. And objectively, Grayson might disagree here, it is not my favorite Batman movie. My favorite is The Dark Knight, and my other favorite is Batman Returns. But Mask of the Phantom is my third favorite, and objectively, I think Mask of the Phantasm is the greatest Batman movie ever made. I do. I think he gets his character right the most. I think the animation is the best. I think the villains are the best. The Phantasm and Joker are amazing. Mark Hamill, of course, plays Joker. Kevin has the best cast because Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are incredible in their roles. It is an absolutely amazing movie. It is a near perfect Batman story. And while I just simply prefer Batman Returns and The Dark Knight, I objectively think that Mask of the Phantasm is the best Batman movie ever made. Grayson, anything to say about that?
Can you pause the video?
Yeah. Hold on.
The house. I can.
Okay, and we're back. So yeah, concluding that, I believe that Batman Mask of the Phantasm is by far the best Batman movie ever made. It's not my favorite, but I think objectively it's the best, and I think it portrays Batman's character in the best way, which is the most important thing to me. Would you like to respond to that?
Wait, which one is this one?
Mask of the Phantasm. Mask of the Phantasm.
Like, what number are you on?
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Would you like to respond to that?
No.
Okay, what's your number?
But I would like to say my number 4.
What's your number
Aladdin.
4? Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's really good movies in this, and there's some movies that just make me feel nostalgic.
And Aladdin is a
That's why
nostalgia
they're
movie?
higher on the list. Aladdin's actually just another filler, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, I love Aladdin. I really like Aladdin.
You do.
I do.
I mean, like, I knew he was gay, but I didn't know he would be in fictional characters.
Shut up. You're the worst. What am I going to call this survival world? I'm just going to call it Soda Land. But back when I was younger, I used to call my survival worlds the most outlandish thing. I think I called one called Bubblegum World. It was, yeah. So yeah, Aladdin is just a really good movie, and it does have a lot of nostalgia with me as well.
I used to make giant creeper statues when I was little.
Yeah, it is just a really good movie. But yeah, I'll get to that later, because it might be on my list, and it might not. But, oh wait, wait, is it? Yep, so my number 3 is Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite movies of all time, period. I adore the movie. Its animation still holds up today. Its story is so delightfully insane. It is like they ripped the book and the masterful works of Lewis Carroll right out of my mind. Like, Alice in Wonderland, as a whole, I love a lot of Alice in Wonderland movies. I even have a soft spot for the Tim Burton movies, even though they're pure garbage. Like, I love Alice in Wonderland, and I feel like the Disney movie is the best version of Alice in Wonderland, outside of course, the book. So what is your number 3?
My number is probably going to shock you.
Really?
Simp of Sun, the movie. Not just kidding, Simpsons.
Interesting.
The whole reason it is this high on the list is because of nostalgia.
Really?
I love the Simpsons franchise. I used to watch it when I was a child with my family. Go gather around and watch the Simpsons. This movie was a really good movie I watched as a child.
I'm not a Simpsons super fan, but I'm a Simpsons lover. I love the show, or at least the old seasons.
It needs to end.
Well, yeah, it does need to end. But that doesn't mean I don't love the show, because the show has begun to be repetitive and unfunny. Or it feels, I don't want to get into my Simpsons prejudice here. I may make a video about it. But yeah, I have not seen the movie. We should do that for a movie night one time. Do you think that'd be fun? But I think we should do Prince of Egypt next. But yeah, Simpsons movie sounds pretty fun. I did watch a video about it and said it was a fun movie. So I may check it out, maybe for movie night. But yeah, so this is This is really hard, honestly. Yep, I think I've made my decision. My number 2 is Ni no Kuni the movie. Ni no Kuni the video game is one of my favorite video games of all time. I think it has one of the greatest stories of any video game of all time. And I feel like the Ni no Kuni movie, for you, it wouldn't mean as much. But for a super fan who knows the lore so well, and who knows, all of the, I basically could predict what was going to happen, because it's not, even though it has the same universe as the game, and it stars different characters, I was thinking, oh, this might just be a ripoff. Oh crap, I died. But this might just be a ripoff of the game. But then I watched the movie and I was like, holy crap, that was an absolute masterpiece. The animation, dazzling, the story, incredible, the characters, incredible, the twists, amazing, the villain, actually kind of compelling. It is just such a great movie and such a good addition to the Ni no Kuni universe. Overall, I still, of course, prefer Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch as a story. It is an absolute marvel, and it's probably one of my favorite works of fiction of all time. But the Ni no Kuni movie is an absolutely incredible ride that, if you like the animation style, or if you're an anime fan, you should definitely check out. And even if you're not, you should check it out. Because, it's not... I've seen much weirder animes. It's not that weird in it. It's practically a normal anime. Just watch the movie. Grayson.
That's free.
Grayson, watch the movie. Well, you probably won't. But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing movie. Grayson.
I can promise you I will 100% not watch the movie.
Okay, well, you suck. Anyways, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is... not surprising, because Brain loves Batman, and I love the movies. It's Batman Year One. Batman Year One isn't really a Batman movie. It mostly focuses on Gordon, but then again, Burton wouldn't know because he's deciding not to watch it until he reads the comic book. But I don't blame him. The movie's great. You should have already watched it.
Okay.
But he is a comic book guy. This movie is not really a Batman movie. Like I said, it's a Gordon movie. And it's really interesting, exploring new rounds of the Batman universe for me, though. Because, I don't read comics.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting to watch.
Wait, so in the original top 5 Batman movies video, one of our most popular on NerdCast, our second or third episode, that movie was your number 1. Does that mean it's no longer your favorite Batman movie?
No.
It is?
No longer.
It is no longer. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, my number 1. You may have seen this coming, because I mentioned it earlier and it hasn't appeared on the list yet, because it wasn't number 2. I'm kind of regretting the decision. Nope, Ni no Kuni's not my number 1. My number 1 is Aladdin. Aladdin is incredible. Screw the fact that it has plot holes. Screw the fact that it has some pacing issues. It is an amazing movie. It's not a perfect movie, Ni no Kuni. And even Ni no Kuni is objectively better. But, yeah, I think it is. But just... I love Aladdin. I have so much nostalgia for it, and of course the animation is amazing. The music is some part of the best of the Disney Renaissance. It has one of the best villains of the Disney Renaissance, that being Jafar, one of my favorite Disney villains. I just love Jasmine's character, Aladdin. It is okay, but Jasmine is really the best part of the movie. And actually, okay, so truthfully, I think the original Aladdin is better than the live-action one, but I do think the live-action one kind of improved on Jasmine's character. Not that she needed improving, but I think she was even better in the new one than she was in the original. Grayson doesn't like the new Aladdin, and yeah, there's a lot of problems.
Will Smith looks really weird.
He looks really
weird. I
weird.
feel like the movie just could have been better. That might be because, I'm talking about a really good, extremely good. Oh crap, I accidentally just killed myself.
I'm about to die of hunger in Minecraft.
I just electrocuted myself on accident. I was playing Hitman. I was supposed to, like, screw up the wire so it electrocutes a little water puddle, but instead of unplugging the wire first, to do it, I literally standed on top of the water, did it, and then killed myself from electrocution.
Alright. So yeah, the live-action Aladdin has a lot of problems, but even though Will Smith looks terrible when he's blue, I think he's really entertaining when he's not. And I really like the live-action one, but it is, of course, holds no candle to the dazzling animation, amazing songs, and better story that is the original Aladdin. So Grayson, what's your number one?
My number one is Return of Batman 1 and 2, because they're both literally the same movie combined.
Yeah, they are.
Like, those movies, if you just watch them right after another, they are literally the same.
Yeah, that's because,
like,
well, yeah, they
right
are.
after each other.
Well, that's because they're the same book.
Same comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it's literally just two, like, the same
a
comic
4-hour
book
movie.
split-ended. And it is awesome. Not my favorite Batman movie, because I'll have to think about what it was. It might be, but I'll have to think about it. But it is a really good Batman hand-drawn animated movie. It's just a lot of fun seeing Batman in a new light. It reminds me of Thomas Wayne as Batman, but it's not. Like, it's just Batman older.
Yeah. I think his mic cut out.
And it's just really interesting to see.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns is really good. I will have to, like, I already talked about this in the Batman movie tier list video I made, but Dark Knight Returns in the original video for top 5 Batman movies was my number 5. It is no longer my number 5. So, mini list, new updated list, my number 1 is still The Dark Knight, number 2 is now Batman Returns, number 3 is Mask of the Phantasm, number 4 is Batman Begins, and number 5 is The Dark Knight Rises, and Dark Knight Returns 1 and 2 would probably be my number 6. It's definitely my second favorite animated Batman movie. It is an absolutely amazing movie, a translation of a great book, and I actually think the movie's art may be even better than the book's art. Dark Knight Returns is just an amazing movie. It's not my favorite Batman movie. It's not in my top 5, but I still love the movie because there's a lot of good Batman movies, and that's why I made the Batman tier list video. Is because, yeah, we touched on our top 5 least favorite, we touched on our top 5 favorite, but there's so many Batman movies that I needed to talk about all of them. And I did, so go watch that video. But yes, this has been our top 5 hand-drawn animated movies. Grayson, fun fact?
Okay. I did not prepare a fun fact, but I can just let me go to look at the past video I watched, because I watched one that I was going to use as my fun fact, but I forgot what it was.
While he's stalling, I'll say the moral of the story. Moral of the story is, Ni no Kuni, you should watch it. Batman Mask of the Phantasm, best Batman movie. Yeah. Well, and Grayson needs to respect Disney more. They're watching you. They've always been watching you.
I couldn't find it, but I know one.
Alright, what is it?
2021 is probably one of the most exciting years in gaming.
I agree.
Because of all the video games coming out.
Gotham Knights.
You should just look into how many. Yeah, a lot of video games.
But yeah, this has been NerdCast's top 5 hand-drawn animated movies. Go watch Ni no Kuni.
Don't hurt me, Disney.
Oh no, they're coming for you. I'm their representative. Anyway, good night. and good morning.